just overall looking at the amount of content that we're breaking down today is insane. I mean, the Clowney, the AB, the new legends, the new signatures, the new veterans, like there is something for everybody, and today we're going to kind of dig in and see what the answers are to these questions. All right, guys, time to look at the new items here on Mudhead. We had the Milestones over the weekend. The Conley is obviously very good in our reviews. The Fedorowicz is a great run blocker. The Xavier Rhodes, you could blitz him off the edge. And then you have a few other guys down below. Now, here is the chemistry update and chemistry master. So there's new legends, but then there's also some rewards for completing the solo. So it's AB Antonio Brown. And remember, guys, this guy on his slant routes, he gets those unique angles in game. Now, in this one, he's only 94 route running. I think he's even higher in the regular game. But he's got 4 chemistries, all the base ones, I believe. 91 speed, 92 elusive, 91, 91, and 94. Look, the Odell Beckhams, the Antonio Browns, you know I'm not a huge fan of guys that aren't 6'3", and maybe guys that don't have a little bit better spec, but just the overall package of Antonio Brown is going to make him play amazing. I know his base guy played amazing for most people, and I'm really interested in seeing this Antonio Brown out there and what he can do. Clowney is an amazing user, obviously. 94 block shed, 6'5", 87 speed, 93 hip power. He's got finesse move, pass rush move. If we dig in, you see 93 power move and 87 finesse. I mean, you don't even have to user this guy, and he's still going to be tremendous with all that he brings to the table. Even 88 play rec on this guy is just absurd. So the chat saying that you can get Antonio Brown's route running even higher with the right chemistry boosts. So that's something that you definitely want to look into. But I would call the Clowney probably the best defender in the game. He's going to take that award right now. Now, legends, you get Donovan McNabb and Ted Hendricks. Hendricks is 6'7". He's a linebacker, but he's got 83 speed, 88 strength, 93 block shed, 93 hip power. All right, so this guy, I know some people think he has low agility, so he might not be the best user. Obviously, Antonio Brown, or Julius Peppers is 6'7" and slow, and you can user him, but it's not as great because of the agility is a little bit low. This guy can't rush the passer as good as the Clowney, but he's still pretty balanced at rushing the passer. He can't really cover in zone either. He is a very good edge setting defender. 88 strength, 93 hip power, 93 block shed, 93 play rec. So he's a guy you throw on the edge. He's got the battle ready chemistry. He's going to lock down in the run game. He can't really drop in his zone. He can rush the passer, but you know, he's a very expensive Pernell McPhee, Tom Bahali, that type of edge setting run defender. That said, though, with that size, I'd like to at least give him a shot at some user plays. McNabb comes in. He was in the game last year. He's 6'2". 87 speed on the first McNabb seems very generous, and that's nice. 93 throw power is good. He's got 90-90, and then 87 deep. So, you know, he's got one of the bigger arms in the game, not the biggest. He's got just borderline deep accuracy, and, you know, he's going to be able to throw on the run. He's got the speed. This is a guy I got to try compared to McNair. McNair has the better deep, but probably the lower mid and similar throw power. McNabb's a little faster. He really only compares to the Tyrod Taylor in this area. I think this McNabb, if he had conductor, would be the guy. I'm not seeing conductor on this item, but I'm super interested in picking up this Donovan McNabb and taking him for a spin and comparing him to the Aaron Rodgers BCA, who is pretty much what everybody is looking for. All right, now we had even more items that we missed, so we'll just catch you guys up on these real quick. Von Miller grabs another item, and he can do it all, obviously. Good hip power, good block shed, pretty good strength. Look at his moves, though. 94 finesse move and 88 power move. This is similar to the Clowney. He doesn't have the size, but he does still have the hip power. Also can't really drop into zone coverage, but pretty good play rec. And, you know, Vaughn has been pretty decent so far for me. The original one, that was the reward, so I'd say he's worth checking out. Matt Ryan, surprisingly, as our mid-season MVP, he gets a 92 throw power. This guy right here is going to compete with the Stafford as the best in the game. I know it's only 92 and not 94, but the speed right at 77 isn't good enough as you want for a pocket passer. He's got conductor. Ryan's always played really well. Huge fan of Matt Ryan. That's a really nice item. Asamele picks up a Football Outsider. Great for run block. He's my run block guy. I would now make him a priority if you want to run the ball up the middle. Mark Barron has 88 speed at linebacker, 88 block shed. Strength's a little low, but he's got the hip power, guys. He can play coverage across the middle. He obviously played safety previously, so he has 84 zone. And I think you're going to see a whole lot of that Mark Barron, rightfully so. Truck's a little low, speed's a little low on this Ingram. He's quite never been captured as good. He's had a couple good spurts of games. He started out a little rough, but he's always been a little bit slower and maybe not had the truck above 90 like you'd like to see. You would have to check his strength, but I think you go away from the Ingram for now. Collins at DT is a hard pass with 83 strength. And then Woods with nothing too much to focus on, so I would pass there. Carson Wentz gets a chemistry master, unlocked through the new chemistry solos. I think this is a really good, solid Carson Wentz for 50 salary cap. A little rough. 82 speed is 5 up. 91 throw power is good enough. He's good enough. This is a good enough Carson Wentz to win. I think you got a lot better options now available. I'd rather have the Ryan, who's a little more consistent. I'd rather have the new McNabb, who's a little more explosive. We got to see where this Wentz fills in. And then also Aaron Rodgers gets you an 86. I would pass on this version, though. Competitive-wise, you get a new Honey Badger. He's still only at 88 speed at this point in the season. He came in at 86. That was a bit of a hurt. I love that he has the man coverage. Trust me, I love it. I love it. I love it. And some hip power and some good zone. But you got to get the Honey Badger up to 90 in his next version, and his next version is going to be the one. He's been going to be fighting that speed rating all season long. Sammy Watkins grabs another item who's got 92, 88 with 88. This is a solid all-around item for a 91. Doesn't have the 92 speed level, but he doesn't have the 92 route running. He's right around all the areas. If you grab this guy, I think you'd feel pretty good about it. But there's just so many good receivers out there that fit the specific types, the specific styles that you don't want to have to go all in. But if you're getting these competitive badges and you need a receiver, Watkins could be your guy. I wouldn't pay extra for him. Brent Grimes comes in. As you know, he's had speed challenges in the past. He gets up to 88 here with his veteran item. He's still a pass, but a pretty decent balanced corner. Garcon, 87. He's a pass, but I mean, you're not mad if you pull him. I think the Jay Crowder's better. James Harrison with 92 block shed, 88 strength, and 90 hip power, and 90 play rec. This is a great value option. If you pull this guy, you throw him on the edge, similar to the legend backer we just saw. Like, this guy will make some hits for you. He can also probably rush the passer pretty well. I want to check his power move. I'm guessing it's 93. So yeah, this James Harrison's pretty legit, and hopefully he could force a couple fumbles for you. Khalil gets an item up the middle, 86 strength. Good run block, but a little bit weak on the strength. I still think the Kelsey with this new chemistry that we'll talk to in a minute here is super important. Nate Allen, we'll say pass. Fasano, pass. Although very, very good run blocker if you don't get the Fedorowicz. 80 strength, 87 run block. You could get the Fasano. Langford, 91 power move, 90 block shed, 87 strength. That's a good value. It's a good option if you can't get the Tuitt or some of the other good 3-down linemen at 3-4 end. And then Dwayne Brown, a left tackle here with 90 strength. Really low run block, but if you need a good pass blocker, he can get the job done for you. Tons and tons of items here, guys. An ultimate team. We still haven't gone over this Percy Harvin. who I'm a fan of. I always have kind of been a fan of. I've always wanted to use him. He's always had high strength. He's always had pretty good break tackle ratings because of his kick returns. This one is pretty solid across the board. He doesn't, for 36 cap, this is a great option. You compare him to the Sammy Watkins, they're not too dissimilar depending on the cost. So I always like to sneak into Percy Harvin. Gibbs always makes fun of me, but I'm a big Percy Harvin guy. Maxwell, 88 speed, 6'1", 92 zone, 93 press. Super balanced, 88 speeds as low as we go, but Maxwell, if you grab him, isn't a bad option. Elliott gets a 92 speed, 90 elusive, 93 ball carrier vision, energizer chemistry. You will see this Elliott everywhere. Look out for him. He's legit. I like what he brings to the table. And then you get a Joey Bosa. He's got a new chemistry ability, the J. I'm not even sure what that is. We'll have to look and see. 84 strength, 87 power move. So I love that he has balanced finesse and power. Good block shed. He's going to be fighting the strength a little bit, but I mean, those two pass rush move ratings in the middle with 88 acceleration, this Bosa, I mean, moving forward is going to be tough. Then you still have signature series with a badge monster Rashad Jones with 89 zone, 92 hit power, 92 play rec. 87 speed is right there, right on the brink for a strong safety. But, I mean, he has every other rating that will help him play better. The Bosa has the jump snap, so he has what Strahan has. So if you can't afford Strahan, you get this Bosa. You have the ability to do both those moves with your stick. I mean, in 88 Excel, gosh, I don't want to see a lot of Joey Bosas out there. That's tough. That's going to be really good. AP, guys, the AP has 87 strength. That's better than the Bosa, 84 strength. The AP is going to do weird things. He's got battle-ready chemistry. It carries his only beef, and he's going to be super expensive. But, I mean, wow. Wow on this AP. Delaney Walker, 89 run block. Ferocious. He's only 6 feet. Doesn't have the best route running, but if you need a run blocker who's still pretty fast and can, is going to hang on to most of the passes, get Delaney Walker. Can't pay extra. Can't pay a ton because of his kind of low receiver ratings. Brandon Graham has 93 power move, 88 finesse. He's a true pass rusher. I think the Bosa is better than the Graham. Kawan Short, good power move, good block shed, good strength. He's a DT. Now there's DEs that have those ratings. He's not a run stuffer beast, but if you have a DT in a formation where you need to keep a DT and you can't move a DE in, which is very rare, you could use this Short. But think of him more as an N than a DT. TJ Ward, compare him to the Rashad Jones. They're similar, so if the price isn't, they're both right on the brink. And I would consider TJ Ward over the Rashad Jones if the cost is that much different. Lavonte David gets an item, and you got to click in on Lavonte David items because of that zone coverage. He's got 83 zone coverage, 88 speed, 91 play rec, 86 block shed, super solid all around, 89 acceleration, so he's very athletic, can't stop the run with 74 strength. 86 block shed's pretty good though. 87 hit power, 83 zone. This item has kind of taken a different spin than in years past where he was a little more athletic, a little more zone coverage based. I think he used to get up to 90s in the zone coverage. So he's trailed off a little, but he's a good option if you need a zone coverage guy to go along. Alshon Jeffery. So if you can't afford the Kelvin Benjamin, obviously 6'3" instead of 6'5", but 92 spec, 91 catch and traffic, 90 route running. If you don't need true speed, like the Eric Decker though that's out, the Eric Decker though could save you money on this one because they're very similar. But Alshon always plays pretty well. There's a final edition a couple years ago that played well. He's good on those one-on-one routes. And then Doug Free. I know a lot of people love the Dallas offensive line chemistry, so they've been waiting on a better Doug Free. This Doug Free gets you 86 strength, but his run block, pass block, super solid, and I know you're going to get a boost with the Dallas. So if you can afford him, he's going to be pricey, but a lot of people like this Doug Free. I think that's everything that's come out because we did most Beard on This Week in Madden. It looks like there's still a Ladarius Webb from the award winners. James Jones, a Levy, who's actually pretty good. I know you guys can't actually see that part of the screen, so we'll click on over. We'll look at the Levy. He's only up to 84 speed, but his play rec's phenomenal, and his pursuit's pretty good. I would pass on him, but I know some people always say, yo, the Levy plays so good. So if you need one, there's more award winners. But why don't you guys leave any questions on certain items in the comments and prices. We'll continue to monitor these as they come out. I'd say the number one most important thing to think about right now, guys, is there is so much value in Ultimate Team. There's so many players that do such specific roles. There's so many solo challenges. There's so many rewards. What are you going to unlock? Who do you need the most? Who's going to make the biggest impact? And who are you going to use versus who do you want to go off and do on the computer? Are you having trouble stopping the run? Are you having trouble do you play more zone coverage? There's an answer inside of all the content that we're breaking down right now to help you get better. And so dig through, ask questions, start to really think about how you want to shape your team moving forward, because this content through Christmas, like until Ultimate, the Christmas style freeze, holiday, what they've done in the past, like those type of players for that holiday, these are the items that will shape your team for the next 6 weeks or so until we get to the new year. So start to piece together, start to find the prices, and start to use like that jump snap on the Bosa, man. And the Elliott, like there's value there. So hopefully that review helps you guys. Remember, leave comments and make sure to follow.